Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the modern Spain map. We're playing as a green player out of the 6th position. I have the opportunity to cap on a portal. Unfortunately, I don't think the portal cap is going to be my best choice. This is Wacky Wednesday. I don't even know what Wacky Wednesday is these days. We played Speed Blitz last week. We've got some portals back today. I was hoping to see if it was possible to have something on Spain where you get one of these little island bonuses completely isolated by portals. Like there's a portal in one of them and then Blizzard on each side. We don't have that today. I was hopeful. I also didn't know how many territories went across the middle. I was hoping maybe it would be the number of blizzards, but in this case we have 3 blizzards, and you can see 4 territories across. So not quite what we were hoping for there, but we'll play it out. We'll see what happens. We have a chance for the +2 here in Ceuta and Melilla. Orange does not. Well, actually, Orange hasn't capped yet. Orange may go on the 4 here. He should go on the 4 here. He might not, though. The portal caps are the best caps. We actually own one of them. Black obviously went on a portal cap. Smart play by Black. Red, I could see ending up on one right here, playing for this +2 at the top in Euskadi. I could go on this one here. I think I get rolled by Orange or Red right away. Orange does not cap on the 4 over here. I think that's a mistake. Now we know White isn't capped anywhere in this bonus. I think I am personally going to cap on this 4 because it is as close as it is to a portal without being on one. Again, because if there wasn't a 4 and a 3 and a 2 all right next to me here, I would potentially consider going in this spot. But because there's all of that there, I don't think that it is wise. I have an attack in here. We can fortify one of these 2s into our 5. Pink is the only player aware of a 5, and red also avoids a portal cap. So black is free reign here. As far as the caps go, he is playing for the +6 Madrid y Castilla-La Mancha in the middle of the board. We'll see if that works out for him. He might not try to take that bonus right away. Maybe plays for the Extremadura +2 on the left-hand side there. I like Spain. As you guys remember, Spain is one of my few S tier maps in our tier list for progressive capitals, the meta settings, alongside the Earth 2209 AD map, Canada Advance, Las Vegas, and obviously Europe Advance currently at the very top of that list, just simply because of how solid that map is for progressive capitals. Is Black is making some degree of an attempt to take this +6 in the middle. I'm not sure my opponents are going to love that. Rolls the 3 here. Does he try the 5 on 3? Pull the 4 into cap? At this point, I don't see why not. He does not. I would pull the 4 into cap. Ooh. He does. Last second buzzer beater. Buzzer beater play there by Black. Now this came from underneath and then up. We've got a 7 cap. I feel very comfortable with that. White takes simple 2 there. I wonder if White is capped on Aragon here. So our bonuses, we're on a +2 Ceuta and Melilla. I'd love to play for the Balearic Islands over here. Islas Baleares. Oh, well, White rolled up into there and immediately Pink has arrived. So maybe White is not capped there. Mr. Forrest Gump, we are playing against the legend himself, Tom Hanks. Don't quote me on that one. No, it's silly. It's stupid. I shouldn't. I'd love to see what Orange does here, especially with this 4. We've got the 3 to come in, take our +2. I'm sitting next to a portal. I'd prefer not to close my cap off of this portal, but I'd like to know what is here, if possible. Orange adds a troop here. He's going to be sorely disappointed, unless he takes the +3 at the top. Yeah, he's going to take the Galicia +3 then. So Galicia +3, Aragon, Catalunya. They call it Catalunya here. Catalonia. Comunidad Valenciana y Región de Murcia. I'm a white boy pronouncing Spanish words. That's effectively what is happening right now. Andalusia down at the bottom +8. Canary Islands, Ceuta, Melilla, Euskadi, Extremadura +2s. We've mentioned the +6 before. And then the Asturias, Cantabria, Castilla, and Leon bonus is a +10, which is pretty absurd. That is that valuable. But it is. It's a +10, so... My 3 is going to get smoked out here. We're going to add 3 here. Probably the rest of my troops on capital. Or... yeah. I'm going to add 2 here. We're going to do something interesting. I'm going to add 2 here for vision. 3 here. 3 on cap. Take our bonus. I'm going to take this bonus. We see pink there. Okay. So pink doesn't inherently know where I'm capped. I assume I get hit by him. But if white is right next to him and was upset with the removal of material there, it's possible he rolls into there as well. Black with no bonus. I have a double bonus. I do not anticipate holding Catalonia up here. Is there a Barcelona territory? There is. I love that. I don't anticipate holding that. But we will hope, right? Gets an extra 3 troops early would be great. I am accidentally playing with neutral bots, which is not something I intended on doing, but that'll certainly change the landscape of this game. I intended on playing with automated bots. The neutral bots we like for our Tier List Tuesday series, but I'm not behooved by them a lot of the time. I think that the manipulative capabilities that exist with the automated bots is an interesting piece. Now, I don't anticipate the pink player being kind to me. I think he will break me. That is my expectation. Unless he gets broken by white, which does not look like he will. The pink player was especially annoying in the lobby. So if I can do some action and take him out of the game, I would really like to. He was like truly exceptionally obnoxious. There it is. There's the break. Exceptionally obnoxious in the game lobby. Orange has +7. Did red? We saw orange playing for this bonus here. Maybe he took canaries instead? Went boom, boom, boom. That's possible. +2 down here. I thought he would have played for the +3. That made more sense to me. Evidently not the case. Oh, a split here is weird. Hitting me there is weird. I don't inherently trust orange. I don't know where white is either. I'd love to know who is in this bonus first. Red with a +2. So red's either in Euskadi or Extremadura. I'm not thrilled with pink. Pink saw me take this and still felt the need to hit me. I'm going to do something here. Potentially foolish. We're going to move out of this for orange. I'm going to move the material here so that when he inevitably breaks me, he opens up a larger stack. And if he chooses not to hit it, he gets broken. Now, you may say, well, Seamoney, you play for bonuses on the other side of the board all the time. Or you criticize playing for bonuses on the other side of the board all the time. Well, what's your problem with pink hitting you? To be completely transparent with all of you, it's a test, and also the dude was spamming. I wouldn't fire the lobby on 5 players. I wanted to wait for 6. I wanted to have a full 6 players, and he was doing the. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want my opponents to think I'm mad. He was doing the little this little angry. sound. He's spamming that emote over and over again. And so it's a test. We see what he does. If he smokes me out of here, I'm going to hop through the portal. Gonna hop through the portal, or we'll play up to 6. He's gonna hit me out of here. That's a mistake. That's a big mistake. I don't know who you think you're messing with, pal, but you're not gonna enjoy it. Tough nuggets, bro. Actively aggressing over there. And I get that you want the bonus. Oh no. I didn't do anything to you, Orange. Why are we doing this? That's such a... I literally actively moved out of the way of Orange, and he breaks me on the 5 here. He's not going to move this away, is he? I don't want to hit that. Well, you're lucky, Pink. It's just such a stupid play. It's lucky. It's lucky for Orange. I mean, he knows my material got hit by Pink, so why not gang up on a guy early? But why piss somebody off? Like, why make an enemy? I don't understand it, personally. I don't think he has much material on his capital either. Might as well get him out of my immediate vicinity. And he had... Orange had Castillon here. So Pink's going to get a ton of troops on this next turn. He's going to get 11, at least. Head-scratchingly bad play by Orange. Because you're only getting a +2. So breaking... What is breaking... I mean, I assume this is where he is. I don't know what breaking me does there. Pink's going to get a bunch. I have Pink in the back of my mind, but I'm obviously in no position to aggress him right now. White is here. Okay. That's good info to have. White is in Extremadura. Red was getting 10. How would Red get 10? Because we saw where Orange placed his troops initially, which makes me think he has the Canaries. Is Red holding Euskadi and Galicia? That's weird. It's weird that one of those wouldn't have been broken unless Red's capped right on Pamplona. But I think Pink is going to take right side here. I'm fairly certain this is where Orange is. Orange is either directly next to Pink or he's here. And I think it makes more sense for him to be here. Yeah, just a bizarre... You don't break a 5 bonus. That's what I don't get. You don't break a 5 bonus of somebody. It doesn't do you any good to do that. Or like a... Oh, sorry, a +2 that's being held with a 5. That's more what I meant. What do you... I don't know what you get out of that if you're the Orange player. Not sure why Black quit, but he is officially gone. So those are 2 cards and a very, very strong center capital that can be captured. Wouldn't be surprised to see White take this fairly early. Especially with the hold that he's exercising. Now, it's possible Orange has just broken either Pink or Red. Or finished this bonus here. I'm not sure which. We're not going to... There's absolutely no reason for me to try to hit Pink now. I am at such light generation at this point. He does come out of this region with a 3. Because I thought his cap might be on Las Palmas here. And maybe it is. If I can, I'm going to roll off of this. I'm going to try a 3-on-1. I'm just going to stack all 7 troops on cap for safety. Especially with how large Pink is getting. Red only gets 7, so Either orange or pink just broke red in the +3. I think it was probably orange. Orange doesn't seem to be very skilled. At least pink seems to have some semblance of an idea of what he wants to do in this game. I'll move this back up here for white. I don't have any beef with white right now. I don't. Everybody was kind of spamming in the lobby. There was one player, I don't remember which color it was. One player was explicitly saying not ready and that we should wait for another person who might have been black. I think it was black or I don't think it was red. It's black or white. I don't remember which. It was definitely not orange or pink, and I don't like either of these guys. And you guys might be wondering, like, oh, it's not a big deal that these people are spamming the lobby. It isn't. It's not a big deal. It doesn't make it not annoying, though. And if there's one thing I dislike more than... Oh. You know, I thought he was done. He hit me to go hit somebody else. He knew I was capped here. Interesting. Weird play by white. Pink does not get broken, which makes me think again it was orange that broke red. Red retaliated. Pink continues getting stronger, which is obviously dangerous. And I get it. Like, I did commit a couple extra... I committed 4 additional troops up at the top that maybe I didn't need to commit there. So 2 on my very first turn, 2 on the second turn before pink full cleared me out. But, like, why am I losing my... why am I losing my bonus here, you know? I don't fully understand that. This does not excite me, the adding of troops here. You found me. And he attacks back up through to get the fortify off. That makes enough sense. Although he attacked again. He attacked one more time there. Orange is only getting 5. Appropriate retaliation from red. I didn't feel I was in a place to retaliate on orange fully because I simply didn't know what pink thought of me at that point. And I still don't like pink, but we'll trade in better than pink every single turn. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'll get 6 more than him on the first trade cycle, second trade cycle, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. We'll get 15 more than him then. So everybody is taking a very long time on their initial... Or, well, all right, maybe we'll trade in a little bit less if orange quits here. So... if orange quits, that's a bit of a bummer, but that could be 4 cards available. Yeah, orange does quit. Red holds 10. Okay. Quitting problem continues in Risk, everybody, but at least we've got the Moroccan exclaves of Ceuta and Melilla. We're controlling them. We'll do our best to try to win. I don't actually want to open up any of Pink's upper board presence right now to myself. I could start trying to chip away at black, but I think it's better to just take black out in bulk once his capital is taken if somebody else doesn't roll him. That 10 cap is going to be very valuable later in the game because the portals are valuable later in the game. Obviously not going to trade. I lose a troop there. A little bit unfortunate. And we find a little bit more of black. So white could actually be harboring an elimination of somebody right in here. I'm wondering if he rolls the black cap right now. It's going to depend on how much goes on this for that tells me he's going to roll the black. No, he's going to come hit me. He's going to go hit pink. Wow. Lost 4 on that roll. I'm fine with him aggressing pink. I think it's a horrible play. The pink player has been getting the most troops every single turn from turn 2. So from turn 2, this player has been getting the most troops. And white goes aggressively, breaks him. And we know we're going to get some semblance of an idea of what pink has on cap here, assuming he uses the cap troops to attack. And I think this just leads, maybe white does that move with the idea that they're going to have a joker or something. They had a joker already, had a trade without it. And pink does not full retaliate. Very weird play in the position you're in as the pink player to not fully retaliate there. I think that's a mistake. I don't particularly like that play by pink, not becoming more aggressive into this player. Now, I said I didn't want to feed black fully, and I don't, but I would like to gain a little bit of more board vision, especially on where orange exists. Those 4 cards are going to be valuable, especially if the red player takes orange's cap on this next turn. Could be an especially impactful play to try to clear orange out of this bonus on the right-hand side if he's still in there. Red has been getting close to the amount that pink has been getting on several of these turns with the double bonus play they're playing for right now. Albeit not double bonuses that are particularly easy to defend as a unit. But did he not take a card? Am I crazy? He did. Okay, I just didn't see it. All right, standard trade-in. I don't want it to look like I'm coming after pink right now. That's not the goal. The goal is just to see if I can sneak. I don't want to hit him on that 3, though. I was good. His cap is so much weaker than... Wow. All right, so I made a misassumption there on how strong pink's cap would be. A very, very bad assumption on my end, for sure. Pink is now getting 14, though, so he managed to secure all 3 of these bonuses here without... Blue or white must not have hit him very hard. He removed orange in here. Orange, again, is worth 4 cards. I don't want to trade my joker if I don't have to, especially not for the 12 trade. Looks like the pink player is going to choose to defend from this position here and probably take down into me. I was hoping that maybe I could sneak a fast one off there, but evidently not the case. 5 comes out, doesn't defend in the portal. He's going to defend in the portal. Interesting. Not jazzed by that, but we've got an idea. I don't know fully where all of orange is. Orange could be hiding behind the black 5 here. I don't really want to... I don't know. I risk feeding it to red. It's a tough because I believe the cap is here. I don't believe the cap is very strong. Red is up to 11. So red has 12 or more territories then. Which is also valuable, right? So we know red is here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's at least 6 more territories, presumably in this bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8 bonus. It's a good chance orange is exclusively on its capital here. And we know that black is here. There could be orange, a little bit of orange behind black there as well. I'd like to get a look at that. White's kind of puppy guarding it a little bit. He trades for the 12. We do not have a trade without the joker. This may... It does not go and hit pink. Okay. I didn't feel the need to trade myself, but maybe white was worried about how large my cap has gotten. I'm not trying to play take a card and pass. I'm just trying to time this correctly. Pink also sets early. 7 here. An early trade from the pink player means they can't properly retaliate on a trade-in of my own with a trade-in. If they were to come break my little +2 here, they're going to pick up an additional +3. They have all but one of the +3s now. And we no longer have a fortify in here because he is, again, stacked directly next to me. He actually pulls all of it away, but I'm not going to hit him. I don't get anything out of hitting him. I am prepping for the elim on orange if red doesn't take it. But red may just wait until the next turn to take it if he's stacking against it. If I see, so here's my mindset, is if I see the caps, I don't want to trade the Joker if I don't have to. If I see the caps flip and orange is not dead, I will trade in and try to hunt orange. Because my assumption, right, we have decent vision on the board. If red doesn't take it, it's fine. Maybe he does it on the next turn, but if we see the cap numbers change, orange has officially flagged. He breaks. He breaks here. Interesting. That is not a play into orange at all. I'm just going to sit there with the 2. I would like to gain black's capital. If I get, well, I don't know that I want to gain it and pick up the card. Figured he would hit red. Yeah. I don't think orange's cap is very strong. Pink still gets 14, which means red likely gets broken because red just came through the portal to attempt to break over here. Right? Like, presumably pink does some sort of retaliatory play here. Now, pink's capital is here on Tyrul. It does actually still have pathing down to where I believe orange's cap to be, right? Red is getting 11, plus 3, plus 2. Pink could theoretically path to eliminate orange. White does not do it. I don't really want to close my cap off, but this portal has been at least relatively high traffic. Now, I hope orange is not capped directly next to white. That would be unfortunate. Pink does a single dice roll hit here. That's bizarre. That's very weird. Single dice roll. That wasn't a fortify. That was a split and then the fortify. I believe, unless it was a fortify and I didn't see the stages flipped there. Maybe it was just a quick fortify and I underestimated this player's power. I hope orange is behind black here. If I'm being completely honest, I hope orange is behind black because I think red will probably take the orange cap on this turn. Now I can pivot with an elimination on black. 25 trade's not bad. We have a trade without the Joker. Guaranteed trade on 3. Red doesn't hit orange. Red just took a card and pass. All right, we'll take orange. I'm fine with that. That is 4 cards. That's super valuable. It's going to be a hunt. 28. I think that's worth it, actually. Oh, this portal touches here. That's interesting. Not particularly good dice, all things considered. However, it's fine. We're back up to 4 cards. We're a card ahead of everybody. And now I think targeting a potential elimination on black is not a bad idea. We have a trade without the Joker. I'm not sure what white's goal is here. He could go through the portal into black. He chooses not to do that. That early trade in from white there was an entirely a ploy to see how much did green lose, but you should have been tracking the trade in. Got 30 off the trade in. So I pick up an extra card and an extra cap. It's not inherently a worthwhile play. And yet, I don't think it's a bad one either. I think red will fortify the 16 troops away here. If he rolls me, I don't know why you'd roll me. I didn't expect 28 troops on cap for orange, but I guess if that was the only territory it had and it was stacking 5 there for like 6 turns in a row. No, 6 turns in a row would not make sense. And it was stacking 5 there for like 3 turns in a row. That at least makes some semblance of sense. Pink sees or red sees my other capital. Are you gonna hit my 2 here? No, hits up into white. Actually gives white pathing into, well, not that it didn't already have it, you know. This cap is now open. Red pulls the 16 away. Because I have pathing into black, I don't think these guys can eliminate me, though. Especially, I'm not going to open up red on this end. He's got a 20 there. I get leaving that on the portal. I don't have any beef with red, but we pick up the orangey limb. Black quit. Part of me is foolishly hoping that one of these guys jumps the gun on black. I don't think the 8 that was sitting here has been hit yet. I think it was at least an 8. Might have gotten larger, but I thought it was an 8. Trades are at 40. I was sort of hoping either pink or red would set early. Is he going to break me with that? Nope. All right. Pink is being a weirdly good neighbor after some... I mean, I guess I was... Again, I was up in his grill earlier. White opened me. I wish white didn't attack onto the portal. There's no point closing yourself off to the portal if you don't need to. Red is getting 22, which means he has the plus 10. Actively holding the plus 10. Not really my cup of tea, but I don't think he loves pink. So I've at least got that going for me, where he may toss me up black on a silver platter here. Oh, he hits me. Which removes my play into black. 22 on a cap here. I think he's going to eliminate black and take the cap. That would be my guess. My only cards are out onto this portal or breaking pink, and I don't really want to do that. It's 17 stacked against me for some reason. Got a 27 on this portal. So these guys are operating very much off of the portals, which is more of a reason, and I have that trade on 3, but I don't... The longer black goes uneliminated, the better it is for me to eventually make a play on that. The problem is I have to imagine one of these guys is going to take that cap soon. There's a world I can get that elimination without... Because once I have this cap, I'm very confident I can win the game. That's a hit on black. I don't love that as the card take. Red's getting 22, and these guys seem totally okay with it. I'm getting, what am I getting? 11? Getting 11. Pink's getting 18. Red trades for 52 troops. I have to imagine this is the black elimination. I would be very surprised to see red not eliminate black. That is good. So the reason why that contains some value for me, other than him getting the cap probably makes him the favorite to win this game. However, yeah, white's playing too passively, and pink and red have too good of a relationship. And white can't afford to break red either, so me and him trading is what likely makes the most sense. Now he's got 43 on that capital. Might even have the whole bonus in here. White is getting 7. I don't want to use the Joker. I don't even think I need to use the Joker, to be honest. White chooses not to hit the portal this time, so the caps are not open. A little bit of a bummer. I'd love to see pink start to try to take a chunk out of red. That would make me really happy, honestly. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Pink seems very content with the amount that red has. My issue is I simply don't have as many troops as these guys. I went basically double negative, 7 troops off double negative on the oh, he broke white. I was going to say double negative on the bot, but on orange. Now, I could see red trying to card block me. He's got a ton of troops. I don't want to be forced into that position, but there's always time to turn the game around. It's just a big part of it is patience. And I'm patiently waiting for the climb to 3,000 subscribers. And I want to give a shout out to recent subscriber Spiral Fowl for subscribing to the channel. Guys, if you want a shout out, just like Mr. Spiral Fowl or Mrs. Spiral Fowl, depending on how you identify, all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure your public subscription's on. I'll give you a shout out that I believe you deserve. We are losing a lot of troops on these one defense rolls for some reason. White does trade. I'm wondering if he just says screw it and goes all out onto pink. Oh, that's a start. Hidden here. Oh. All right. I did not see a fortify. Red is saying good game. I think white is probably cooked. Which likely means I'm going to get teamed on by these two. Problem with the bottom of the turn. Oh, wow, 123. Yeah, white just did not have it. I think he slammed the cap too. Now, pink does not trade in off of this. So if white did get a fortify off, I won't know. I couldn't see the number on that roll. I don't know if I can signify to red early. Possible elimination onto... Did he just break red? Oh my god, he's hitting red. I think he's completely off cap. I'm not sure he got the fortify off there. He broke a bunch of red. Why would you put your a target on your back like that? Because now I have a friend in red in terms of being able to try to work together to take pink out. Red may play this safe. Oh, he dumped most of his troops right on cap there. Huge gap, mind you. Didn't end up coming fully off this. Haven't seen him jump to 3 yet. We all have 2 right now. Get the cap up here? He does. Did not leave himself any pathing. Red with an even split of troops there. We have to trade the Joker. I'll just alternate material I'm trading. Screw it. The hope is that this player exhausts himself too much where I can get something out of it. Haven't seen it yet, though. Red had a proper defense there, too. And pink did not. Pink did not defend properly there. Red gets 23. Could have snagged the +8 down here. I kind of messed up the pathing there. I didn't do it. I need to get off a closed cap, though. I need to essentially bait pink into doing something to me. I think that playing passive while these two wail on each other, though, is probably in my best bet. Or in my best interest. Is my best bet or in my best interest. But yeah, white really just did not like pink coming over here and breaking him and just said, screw it. I'm going to make sure you lose. And I don't need higher placement, but you can't have it either. And that was that. I'm going to take the +8. One cap needs to be bigger than the other. That's my mindset. We'll let pink hold this. He presumably trades and does some damage to red, right? Like, I cleared him out of here, but maybe it just looks like I was taking the bonus. And if he comes down and opens the portal, great. No, that pathing seemed a little bit unnecessary. That's not nice. I can tell pink isn't very good because the pathing I would have chosen was through these islands and around. And if you want to turn the tides to get me to help you, I don't have a trade on 4. I went from going to having a Joker to being forced to trade the Joker on 5 to not having a trade in it at all. See that? It wasn't his count. Okay, now he's up over here. Interesting. Pink's just going everywhere, man. Let's see what red does. He's got the 3 caps, and that's it. I don't even know what red's actual cap looks like right now. I don't think he'll be able to eliminate pink, but if these two keep fighting, I can just kind of sit and build. Have to imagine that stack definitely came off his other capital. Whichever cap is up top. I don't have a good enough understanding of the troops on that to know. Is he gonna undercut here or just leave these here? He stole this bonus from me. He's stealing the whole bonus from me. That didn't feel necessary. Alright, well, in that case, I'm just gonna chill. There's no point. Well, these two are wailing on each other. There's absolutely no point in getting involved. This way we can get a better idea. And we don't want him slamming a cap of this size. We honestly just want him to keep breaking everything. This is one of those moments where I regret not trying to eliminate black earlier. I was hoping to build up and just hoping that red was playing a bit passively. And he was. I milked it a little bit too long. That's the biggest thing. And these guys are going to keep burning troops on each other. Which gives me, it gives me an opportunity. I think here I trade in and I take several of my troops off cap. Especially if all of these portals get taken by red. And pink doesn't trade. He opened me. I don't know that I would have done that. Huh. He's not guaranteed to be on a trade-in here. Is this enough? I think so. That went pretty much double negative. Okay. I'm going to split this. We're going to put like, I'm going to match him here. If he's got to trade on 3, he's got to trade on 3, right? It is what it is. I'm just going to take as much of the stinking board as I can. I'm going to split that cap. If he has a trade, there's a theoretical way he could cap run here. Probably a decent chance he could cap run here with a trade in. I have a set. I am at a deficit for sure. I got really bad dice on pink there, but I'm fairly confident, like... I don't know. I feel like I can beat him. But being at a deficit and definitely trading early is not going to help. I need to try to card block him, but he's just got too many troops right now. I think I stack up on the middle cap excessively. And I roll off of these outer caps in the hope that he tries to roll them and gets bad dice. I got about as bad of dice as you could get on pink there. Which is unfortunate. I think I do need to trade. Oh, that was stepped off cap there. I can roll the 18, I can roll off both my capitals. Trade's pretty high. Make these like 60 each and then roll off them, leave them at maybe... Ooh, how do I... This one I'll leave, I guess, a little bit bigger. Only because I don't need to roll that much with this. Oops. That was a misclick. Just a full-fledged misclick. Alrighty. I need to try to bait him into rolling caps. That's my hope here, is that he gets overly aggressive with cap rolls and I can flip this around. That is not going to do it. I don't know why he's so obsessed with this one up here. This cap is not good. He opens me. Weird. Plays off the portal, right? Yeah. He's not defending the middle. I mean, the middle cap is the lifeline here. This is the most important capital of yours. And he's splitting more troops off of it. Why not use the 34 to cover that? I don't know. I need these caps to feel appealing to him. Because he's at, what, 250 or so? I'm at 220. He doesn't get this. So I can actually leave. I want to get through that, though. I'd like to just... whatever. All right. I'm at 207. He's got, yeah, still about 260. It's not getting a lot. If I can roll this 58 cap with even dice, that might be what does it. completely off this cap. Hits the 10, gets great dice on the 10. I didn't really want to leave the 10 off cap up there. If he can get too greedy with this. I don't have a trade on 3, which is not helpful. I know I need to block him, but I can't block him until it makes sense, and it doesn't make sense yet. I just need him to get more and more troops off capital. And he doesn't even bother rolling that there. I mean, if he's got a trade on 3, he's going to win anyway, right? So... Didn't mean to do that. I don't have a trade on 4. Nothing. No trade on 4. It's crazy. That's multiple in this game. That is very frustrating. Come on, roll it. Oh, he won't even roll caps, dude. That's what's so... It irritates me the most about players like this. Now, fortunately, he's not slidering down above 70 troops, which is absolutely what you should do. You should absolutely slider above 70 troops. I am going to try to stack exclusively on this capital and not give anything pathing into it. In the hopes that he doesn't roll it. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did he do that? I don't know why he did that. Oh, come on. Oh, wait. We got back to this. I didn't realize he got back to that. Alright, maybe he doesn't have a trade on 4. I think he probably does, and he probably wins off of it. That's not... What? Why did you not trade there? Is there a world... If he burns enough off of this... That's a... I think I have to go for a cap run there. Hit this, please. Oh my god, I can win. I think I can win. That was such a bad troop loss. That's crazy. Okay, alright. Path of least resistance. Portal, step. Every roll's a slider. Come on. Even roll. Even roll. Not great. Okay. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He didn't slider the cap at the end there. And he got the worst dice I've seen in a very long time. He lost 25 on a 9 cap, and I just cap ran. The roll on the 34, his strongest capital was the 34 cap by the end of that. His strongest cap was the 34, and I minus one it, plus one it. I rolled it, and I lost one fewer than him. And we lost like 31 on the 17 down here, which wasn't great. 15 on the 11, 37 on a 22, I think. It started leveling out towards the end on some of those rolls, and 40 on the 17. Like every roll was pretty. The 15 on the 11 is not a roll. I mean, that one was lucky too. When you look at these rolls, 33 on 4, that's the luckiest roll I had. And then this one, this isn't a great roll. I usually see them lower than this. This one was a good roll. And then this one was a pretty bad roll. And the ending roll was horrible. But at that point, it was a 100% roll. I'm going to hit it. Oh my goodness. GG's to the red player. General Bali played a great game. Very good game by red. Obviously, orange and black quit. I didn't particularly think pink was very good. I could see the red player being expert. I would say expert, maybe master, but more likely expert. I love this map. I think this is a great map. Let's check our ranks of our opponents and sign this one off. Red was intermediate. All right, I thought red played above his level. Orange, I don't know what was going on with orange. Everybody else was beginner. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with more Risk tomorrow. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.